Wondering what gear that I'll always take on my trips? What's up, backpackers? I'm Dan, and welcome to Backpacking Adventures, where we talk about backpacking, hiking, and gear. If you're new to this channel, and if those interest you, consider subscribing, but make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Today I'm going to talk about gear that I will never hike without. Now, this excludes the obvious gear like my backpack, my sleeping system, my tent, etc. Some of these items you may feel are luxury items, but to me, they're a must. Also, these are in no particular order. The first thing are my trekking poles. These help me up the hills and down the hills. They keep me from tiring out, and they definitely save my knees. I also use them for both my shelter systems. I use a hammock setup with a tarp, and sometimes I switch to a tent. In my hammock setup, I use them to put my tarp in either porch mode, or I use them as a pole mod over top to draw out my tarp. With my tent, I use a trekking pole to actually pitch my tent. Now, also, when I hike, I tend to roll my ankles at least 20 times during the hike. My trekking poles are there to catch that weight and to prevent me from spraining or even breaking my ankles. If it wasn't for these trekking poles, I probably would have already long ago either sprained my ankle or broke them. So these will go with me always. The next is my sit pad, and I use various kinds and rotate them throughout the year. But I always have a sit pad. I use my small Therm-a-rest Z seat. It's great, but it's a little small and pretty much single use. Sometimes I use my Gossamer Gear 1/4 inch sleeping pad. It's very thin. I use it to lay on in the summertime when I'm taking a break. You fold it up. It also makes a very nice sit pad. Also, if you're a hammock camper, this can be used if you have those cold nights or if you just can't get your underquilt correct. You can lay on that and it will help keep you warm. Or in the case that you have to go to the ground for whatever reason, you can lay on that. Now, it's not for winter, but it will help out. The latest sit pad I've been using is I bought a Therm-a-rest sleeping pad and I cut it down. It's usually about 5 panels and I double it up, makes a very nice sit pad. And again, if you're a hammock camper or if something happens, you can use that for extra warmth. Next item, puffy coat. I take my puffy coat on every trip regardless of the weather. Whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, that puffy coat goes with me. I take it all the time because you never know when the weather's going to change. There have been times even in the summertime where it's been pretty cool where I had to put my puffy on. Also, no matter what time of the year, if you get your clothes wet, you could end up in a hypothermic situation. It only takes a decrease of 1 degree in your core body temperature to lose dexterity in your fingers and hands. 2 degrees and you start becoming hypothermic. Your puffy can be that warm set of clothes that can keep you warm. Now, the last thing I always take with me is an obvious one, but I don't see a lot of other backpackers considering this part of their gear, but I do. And it is my iPhone. My iPhone is my book, my music player. I use it to watch movies. Basically, it's my source of entertainment when I'm out on the trail. It's also my communication device. Texting, phone calls, of course, when there is signal. And most importantly, it's my GPS device. I use it for navigation with various mapping apps. Those are some of the things that I will always take with me no matter what. Tell me what gear you won't hike without in the comments below. If you like this video, consider subscribing and make sure you give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and go explore.